Hello there everyone, and welcome back to more Zelda NES. This is part number 3. It's been a bit of time since I last uploaded this. I don't know, I just felt like doing other things. I mean, Sonic Racing Crosswords came out. I felt like playing other games, and yeah, I just wanted to do that instead. But now I thought, might as well get back to Zelda NES. I mean, I didn't really have a problem with the game, or series, or anything like that. So here we are now, really. In this particular part, I actually do get an upgrade that helps me out a ton. I should have done this really last time, but for some reason I wanted to take on level 2 as just bare bones Link. In fact, I'm pretty sure I said about this before. I'll get to that though when I get to that. Oh yeah, and I'm also just taking out these moblins or moblins. It's some sort of weird name that they changed to like moblins over time. It's really fascinating seeing when it comes to the past and stuff for Zelda. In certain places you can find these creatures now. They give you like these extra rupees, so that can be of use, but half the time I sort of, it's very hit and miss with me. Like sometimes I will go out of my way to find some of them I do remember, but most of the time I'm just sort of thrashing around, like defeating enemies and collecting rupees that way. I've actually hit the maximum amount for my rupee, or at least my wallet. Assuming you even want to call it that, because I mean, I would say that compared to all the other Zelda games where you get wallets, like various upgrades for the wallets, but no, this one's just one. And it goes up to 255. Yeah, and that's legit. As you see, they even want to collect another one. Not much else happens, which isn't particularly too bad, because I mean, there's not really too many ludicrously expensive things in the game. It's probably only just one part of it. But, I mean, like I was saying earlier, I know we'll get to that when we get to that, I suppose. Oh boy, it has been a while though, since I've like seen the whole entirety of this footage. That's the thing that I kind of like about doing LPs, is even if it has been a while since I was doing it, I can just get back into the swing of things, whereas before when I was doing scripted videos in like some sort of deep analysis sort of way, if they went on for too long, that's it, I was just like, oh, I'm so bored of this bloody project, I just want it to be done and over with. Whereas this is more just an excuse for me just to play a game and just talk a load of random shit. Since, well, I mean, that's usually the way LPs go. At the minute, I think we've also hit the maximum amount for the bomb bag. 8. You can upgrade that as well, but at the minute, unfortunately, all we can carry is up to 8. So that's a bit of a pain, isn't it? If you remember where I got the letter at the far top part of the map, this is where it's going to come into play. Where it's saying show the letter to the old woman. When we do this, we get granted access to potions. And you get a blue one and a red one. Red one gives you the ability of using a potion twice, and the blue one only gives you it once. And the potions actually replenish all of your health, regardless of how many heart containers you have, so that's pretty awesome, isn't it? Don't have to worry about like getting extra upgrades for the potions and what have you. The hint right there where it says about meet the old man at the grave. Yeah, that'll be a thing much later. I mean, if I do a couple of things now, I probably can go and find it, but my playthrough of this was like very sporadic. Like I say, I was just trying to capture like the feel whenever you play Zelda NES and you're just wandering around and going on an adventure, you know, discovering stuff. Well, I mean, I obviously I made the discoveries before, but my point is I'm just trying to keep the gameplay as natural as possible, because before and it was always just doing the perfect run of things, and while that was cool, it was like, yeah, but I do fuck up, I am human, you know? So, trying to keep it more realistic, if you will. So, if you go to this part of the map, you come across this expensive item here, which is the blue ring. And that, as you can see, just wipes out practically all of our wallet. You got a slight smidge left, yet 5 rupees. And the blue ring makes you white. Somehow. I mean, I would think coming out of there I'll be, you know, blue. But, okay. Yeah, it's white. It ups your defense. So, that's pretty useful. If you're finding that you're having a bit of a harder time on level 2, or particularly any of the levels actually, you can get this at any point. You can even just spend half your time just defeating enemies, grinding your way all the way up to 255 or 250. And yeah, just getting it straight from the start. It's entirely up to you. That's the reason why I like this game quite a lot, really. It's quite flexible for how you want to play it. There is no right or wrong way to play this game. There's definitely a more optimal route. I do agree. Like, my playthrough of this is probably the weirdest way ever, but, you know, you can still beat the game this way. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's possible to beat this game without the sword, but it does mean that you have to use a crap ton of bombs. Like, bombs and all of your other weapons are the only way to make progress. Level 3 is located here. It's probably one of the easier levels to find, really. I find it kind of bizarre how, like, level 2 is, like, far out and you have to find a random point on the map, but level 3 is just, like, basically up and to the left, essentially. But yeah, there's not much to it. This place is a sort of a... I was never good with colours. I'll just see a light darkish green thing. Yeah. At least they stand out, I suppose. And we're taking out these enemies known as Zols. Yes, the small ones I believe are gels. If I'm wrong about that, I'll just correct it or so with an annotation, because I mean, I might as well do that also. Oh boy, these enemies. Yeah, these are Dark Nuts. Oh boy. Dark Nuts are probably the most frustrating enemy in this game, because what it is that they move around in like a random pattern or so, and I've sort of figured out over time that when you're close enough you strike, they will start heading towards you. So you kind of have to just sort of... I try to attack them from the sides and then just be in preparation for when they're about to move. It's one of those sort of just, you have to just keep trying to get a feel for them and that, because trying to explain about this is a little bit complicated, not gonna lie. Like, you see there, it's charging towards me. I'm at the very edges, so then they can't get me, especially when you're at the corners of something. Use that to your advantage. Oh, and it especially helps me have, like, the sword beam, too. Because then you can just shoot this giant beam, or at least some form of beam. It's not particularly too big. It does the job for working against the Dark Nuts, especially in this room here where there's a whole fucking ton of them. Like, look at this. When it comes to the Dark Nuts, I think that's the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to need that bloody blue ring in order to get through this. You can make it through without any of the rings, but oh my goodness, good luck with that. You ain't really going to get far with a fast time also. Because it's definitely possible, but oh boy, take way, way longer. I'm not too sure why I'm collecting bombs, even though I've hit the maximum. Sometimes I'll do that. I don't know why. Like, even though I've hit the maximum or something, it will just bother me if it's not collected. So then I'll just go and pick it up. The item that you get here is the raft, which, well, that allows us to go across the sea. And while you might think that sounds great, you know, you can explore the islands. No, not really. You sort of go to a particular border. There's only like a couple of them. And then you go in a straight line to get to another island. That's about it, really. Doesn't get much more exciting than that, unfortunately. But, I mean, I suppose it's something at the end of the day. I always thought you could attack these things, known as bubbles. At least I think they're called bubbles. But no, in no way, shape or form have I found a way where you can actually get rid of them. Which, it's bizarre because in some of the other Zelda games, when you come across a bubble, the instinct is to throw like a boomerang or a magical boomerang at it, and then out comes a fairy, which you can then, you know, replenish. Or capture it in a bottle. Yeah, because the fairies in this just sort of float around and you just grab them. I mean, it was the foundation at the end of the day. Oh yeah, this one's known as the Manji. Level 3, the Manji. So, in case you were curious about that. I like as well how one of the other rooms just had like loads of Dark Nuts, and then this one here in particular just has only a couple. Right before the boss. I find it interesting as well that for the Famicom Disk System version of this, the roars sound clearer, but they sound like, I don't know, they sort of sound a bit they grate on my ears a little bit. I kind of have more of a soft spot for the NES sound chip. It's not as clear, but I don't know, it just sounds more right to me. And yeah, we did. We did get the sword on top of the waterfall. Kind of needed. You get a stronger sword. It's the white sword. Does the job. Oh, and it seems, yeah, that sometimes when you come across rooms, they will lock you in if you don't defeat the enemies. It's not particularly the worst thing ever, but, you know, might panic some, I suppose. I think I was checking something there on my inventory screen. Just out of mild curiosity. Oh, this can get a bit annoying too. When you see the messages from the old man, sometimes you will just be going through the dungeon, and when you see it once, you're like, oh yeah, cool. Every time you go in that flaming room, he will always tell you that message. You have to wait for the text to go by, and it's just like, god damn it. I just really want to get on with the game. So, yeah, sometimes that can be a pain in the ass. You can also use bombs on the Dark Nuts. I don't really tend to do that. Most of the time I tend to try to hit them with my sword as I feel like it's a bit quicker. Especially with the orange ones. The other ones, which are blue, they take out a lot more hits, so the orange ones are somewhat easier. I can understand though, you know, on first encounter you might think, how the fucking hell do I kill this goddamn thing that's going everywhere? So I understand completely. And yeah, I mean, you go through, get the stuff, kill the boss, and that's all there is to it, really. There's not really too much to talk about, really, with this dungeon in particular. But the boss itself, the manhandler right here, the easiest way to take out is to drop a bomb right in the center, and it blows out all the heads. You can just go up and hit it manually with your sword, but I just drop a bomb, and there you go. It just does it just like that. Anyway, yeah. That'll do it for this episode, and I'll see you in the next part of Zelda NES.